Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is I, ichibadass, and today in this video for Phasmophobia, I'm going to be showing you how to set up your in-game proximity voice. Now, a lot of people have been having issues with this, and I'm going to walk you through the settings that have worked for me to make sure that your in-game proximity voice is working. And this is really important for the fact that having in-game proximity voice really adds to your overall experience of the game. It is more immersive than simply using Discord for the fact that you can hear your friends off in the distance. It gives you a better feeling of isolation, and just overall is the way that the game is meant to be played, rather than having a constant live feed of your friends literally in your ears if you're using Discord. Now, from within Phasmophobia, I'm going to have you just simply hit the Windows key, or you could simply Alt-Tab out. And I want you to navigate down to the bottom right-hand corner of your taskbar to change your audio settings. You'll find audio settings right here. Right-click on it and open up Sound Settings. From this here, you're going to see your output and your input device, and I want you to make sure that your input device is set to whatever microphone that you are currently using or prefer to use for the proximity voice of Phasmophobia. Mine is already currently set up, but depending on the number of devices that you have plugged into your PC, there's a good chance that it might have defaulted to something else. For example, like a webcam in this example. I'm going to leave mine to the current microphone that I'm using for my in-game proximity voice. Now, you should already see that it is flaring up, meaning that it is taking in your audio input. There's no need to test it here because we'll be testing it further actually in-game. Simply close out of this, return to in-game, and hit on Shift Tab. Now, from Shift Tab, we're going to navigate to our friends list. If you don't already have your friends list up, simply go to the lower left-hand side here, and you'll see View All Friends. Click on this, and it will open up your friends list, and we're going to navigate over to Manage Friend List Settings. From here on the left, you will see Voice. Click on Voice, and again, it will show us what our voice input and our voice output devices are for what we use for Steam. Mine is already currently configured, but for voice input, you're going to set it to whatever your preferred voice input device is going to be. I don't want it to use my webcam. I want it to use my lavalier microphone, so I'm going to simply click on this one. Voice output is whatever your default speakers are, whether you're using speakers, headphones, etc. I prefer to leave it on default. If you want to specifically pick an audio device that you want it to be set to, you can do so here. Now, you can also adjust what your input volume gain is, what your output volume gain is of how you hear your friends, and be sure to simply click on a Start a Microphone Test. You should be able, in this instance, to hear yourself. Testing. As you can tell right there. Close out of this, hit Shift Tab to return back to in-game, and go back to Options. From Options, we are going to navigate to Audio. Make sure it is on the selected microphone that we want to use for the game, and just simply click on Test and say, give us a sign. And the game should hear you. Now, you may need to reopen the game after doing this before you can hear your friends, and vice versa. Additionally, sometimes the game just bugs out for whatever reason, and you have to reopen the game regardless. I don't know. A lot of people say it's because the audio end of it on their servers is overrun because of how popular the game currently is. But this should have you set up to using your in-game proximity voice. I can't recommend it enough to use the in-game proximity over Discord for your immersion to enjoy this game. Now, there is one last setting that I actually want you to check out really quickly, and it's back in Options under PC Settings. At the very bottom of this menu, you will see the local push to talk. Now, if you're already familiar how to use the local push to talk, it's just the letter V for Victor. You hold that down for the local proximity, push to talk. You hold down B, which is for the walkie-talkie. Now, toggling the local push to talk will not affect your walkie-talkie whatsoever. But this option is important for a lot of people. Sometimes forget to hold down their push to talk or whatever when they're getting killed or attacked by a phantom. So then you're unable to actually tell whether or not they actually died. So this is really good for knowing that, your friends are able to freely talk during the entire play of the game, and really kind of makes it so they can focus on enjoying the game instead of constantly holding down push to talk. Now, there's a flip side to this, to whether or not you are a streamer or a content creator like myself, where having the push to talk on is fantastic because it allows me to be more interactive with my community, members of the chat, and things that are happening outside of the game. without affecting the immersion of those whom I'm playing with. So I like to leave the push to talk on because usually while I'm playing the game, I have it constantly pressed down anyways, so I'm able to talk with the other players, but then I'm able to like take my finger off the push to talk so that way I can thank people that are supporting my channel in other ways. So I hope this video actually helped you guys. Please do consider hitting that thumbs up if it did help. If there's any questions that you would like to ask me about this or any issues that you may be having, be sure to leave that in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can also catch me live streaming on Twitch nearly every single day after 6 p.m. Eastern time over at twitch.tv/ichibadass. You can find that in the channel description, but I hope this helped any issues that you were having getting set up with the local proximity chat. This is something that is asked a lot of me while I'm streaming this game. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys next time. Boy!